Breaking news that's shaking up the financial landscape for millions of Americans. The House has just passed groundbreaking legislation that could put up to $12,000 in direct payments into the pockets of Social Security and SSDI recipients. This isn't just another stimulus check, it's a targeted relief package that could change lives. Stay tuned, because I'm about to break down exactly who qualifies, how much you could receive, and most importantly, when these payments might hit your account. Before we dive deep into these life-changing details, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. You don't want to miss any updates about these payments, especially with how quickly things are moving in Congress. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Financial Freedom Today. I'm your host, and in today's video, we're covering what could be the most significant legislative development for Social Security recipients since the COLA increases. We're talking about 3 separate direct payments of between $2,000 and $4,000 each, with specific dates already lined up for distribution. Let's start with the question that's probably on everyone's mind: is this really happening? The answer is that the House has indeed passed this revolutionary legislation, which aims to provide substantial financial relief to Americans who depend on Social Security and SSDI benefits. The bill passed with bipartisan support, showing just how crucial this assistance is considered by both sides of the aisle. What makes this legislation different from previous stimulus measures? Unlike the broad-based stimulus payments we saw during the pandemic, these new payments are specifically targeted at Social Security and SSDI recipients. The reasoning behind this focused approach is clear. These individuals have been hit particularly hard by recent economic challenges, including the highest inflation rates we've seen in decades. The legislation addresses a critical gap in our social safety net. While regular cost of living adjustments help, they often lag behind real-world price increases. This new package is designed to provide immediate relief while also offering sustained support through multiple payments spread across several months. Let's break down the payment structure, because this is where things get really interesting. The legislation authorizes 3 separate payments, each ranging from $2,000 to $4,000, depending on various qualifying factors. But what determines whether you get the minimum or maximum amount? The payment tiers are structured based on several key factors: your current benefit level, whether you receive both Social Security and SSDI, and your total household income. For single recipients with an annual income below $75,000, you're looking at the maximum payment amount. For joint filers, that threshold increases to $150,000. One of the most common questions I'm getting is, will these payments affect my regular benefits? The answer is no. These payments are completely separate from your regular Social Security or SSDI benefits. They won't impact your monthly payments, and they won't be counted as income for benefit calculation purposes. Another crucial detail is that these payments won't be subject to federal income tax. This is a significant departure from how regular Social Security benefits are treated, and it means recipients will get to keep the full amount of these supplemental payments. Now, let's talk about what everyone's been waiting for: the payment dates. The legislation has outlined a clear distribution schedule, with the first payment scheduled to begin rolling out within 60 days of the bill's final passage. This means if the Senate acts quickly and the President signs the bill, we could see the first payments as early as next quarter. The distribution schedule is designed to provide regular support over a 6-month period. The first payment window opens in the initial 60-day period, followed by the second payment approximately 90 days later, and the final payment coming another 90 days after that. This spacing ensures sustained support rather than a one-time infusion of cash. But here's something important to note: just like with previous government payments, the distribution will be staggered based on various factors. Direct deposit recipients will likely receive their payments first, followed by those who get physical checks or EIP cards. Your Social Security number's last digits will also play a role in determining exactly when your payment arrives within each distribution window. The big question now is, how do you make sure you're ready to receive these payments? First and foremost, ensure that your information is up to date with the Social Security Administration. This includes your current address if you receive physical checks, and your banking information if you use direct deposit. What documentation should you have ready? While the legislation aims to make the process as automatic as possible for current Social Security and SSDI recipients, it's still wise to have certain documents easily accessible. These include your most recent tax return, Social Security benefit statements, any disability documentation, current banking information. Another common question is whether you need to apply for these payments. For most recipients, the process will be automatic, similar to how the COVID-19 stimulus payments were handled. However, there may be some cases where additional information or verification is required, particularly for those who haven't filed recent tax returns. Let's talk about the bigger picture here. These payments aren't just about providing individual relief, they're part of a larger economic strategy. With inflation affecting everything from grocery prices to healthcare costs, these payments are designed to help maintain purchasing power for some of our most vulnerable citizens. How will this impact the economy as a whole? Economic experts suggest that these targeted payments could have a significant multiplier effect. When Social Security and SSDI recipients receive these funds, they're likely to spend them on essential goods and services, which helps stimulate local economies and supports job creation. The timing of these payments is also strategic. By spacing them out over several months, the legislation aims to provide sustained support while minimizing any potential inflationary impact. This approach helps ensure that the relief reaches those who need it most while maintaining economic stability. While this legislation represents a major step forward, it's important to understand that there could still be some challenges ahead. The bill still needs to clear the Senate, and while bipartisan support in the House is encouraging, we could see some modifications to the final version. What could change? The payment amounts could be adjusted, the qualification thresholds might shift, or the distribution timeline could be modified. This is why it's crucial to stay informed and follow the legislation's progress closely. Another consideration is how these payments might interact with other benefits programs. While they won't affect Social Security or SSDI benefits directly, recipients who also participate in programs like SNAP or Medicare should be aware of how these payments might impact their overall benefits picture. As we wrap up this detailed overview, let's remember that this legislation represents a significant step forward in providing support to Social Security and SSDI recipients. The combination of substantial payment amounts and a structured distribution schedule shows a real commitment to addressing the financial challenges facing these communities. What should you do next? First, stay informed about the legislation's progress through the Senate. Second, make sure your information is up to date with the Social Security Administration. And third, start planning how these payments could best serve your financial needs when they arrive. Don't forget to like this video if you found this information helpful, and subscribe to our channel for the latest updates on this legislation and other financial news affecting Social Security and SSDI recipients. Drop your questions in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them in upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, and remember to stay tuned for more updates as this legislation moves through the final stages of approval. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.